This is a regular meeting of the Parking Authority of the City of Elizabeth, New Jersey, listed in the annual notice as defined by Chapter 231 PL 1975, and the copies of the annual notice have been mailed and/or delivered to the Newark Star Ledger, the Home News and Tribune, and posted and filed in the City Clerk's office in compliance with terms of the Open Public Meeting Law, Chapter 231 PL 1975, on December 9, 2010.
Commissioner Payne, Commissioner Medina, Commissioner Gargano, Commissioner Bernal Castro.
Present.
Commissioner Maceda.
Present.
Vice Chairman Elias.
Present.
Chairman Salerno.
Present.
4 present. We have a quorum.
At this part of the meeting, I would like to open up the public speaking part of the meeting. Seeing no one, that part of the meeting is closed. Madam Director.
Yes. Okay, I need a motion to approve and/or correct the minutes from the October 12th meeting.
Move.
Second. Moved by Commissioner Maceda, second by Bernal Castro. Commissioner Bernal Castro.
Aye.
Commissioner Maceda.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Salerno.
Aye.
Okay. I also need a motion to replenish the petty cash.
Move it.
Moved by Vice Chairman Elias. Second. Second by Commissioner Bernal Castro.
Aye.
Commissioner Maceda.
Aye.
Commissioner Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Salerno.
Aye.
All right. And to pay, any questions or comments about the bills, and a motion to pay the bills. Move it.
Second.
Moved, second by Elias. Commissioner Bernal Castro.
Aye.
Commissioner Maceda.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Salerno.
Aye.
Okay. We have John Rahm here from Desmond. We're going to talk about the project, the town project, give us an update. And we have a number of change orders that we have to discuss as we're nearing the completion of the project. John?
Okay, thank you. The office building is complete. There's really no further work that will be taking place in the office building. The parking garage, under the base contract, the contractor is completing some punch list work, but it's winding down, probably another week or two at the most. They'll complete all the punch list work. There have been some items that have been added to his contract, and that work is ongoing now. The building department, fire department had a request that add some exit signs to the parking structure, and that work is nearly complete. There's 2 or 3 more signs that have to go in. And the fire department wanted fire standpipe kits. They are being put together right now, and those will also be installed in about 2 weeks. Some of the amenities that we're adding to the project, we're adding a clock on one of the walls on the Caldwell side of the building, and some lighting for the clock. We're also adding some lighting for the name sign, the mayor's name on the garage. There'll be some lighting, added to that. Security cameras and intercoms, that's being installed right now. That's going to take 2 to 3 weeks to complete. Pedestrian crosswalks, we're going to put in some safety features at the exits of the garage on Elizabethtown Plaza, just to warn pedestrians that there are vehicular exits at certain points. And at the same time, we're going to caution the drivers inside the garage as they're coming out to beware of, be careful with pedestrians. So that's about it. We're hoping to tie up all the loose ends by the end of November.
Most of these change orders come about as we're tying the loose ends of the project. Most are for pedestrian and vehicular safety conditions that we probably wouldn't know until we're at this point in the project. Vehicles coming out of that garage, I want to make sure pedestrians walking are aware of that. So these additions come about in addition to the aesthetic ones, like a clock that I'm adding and the ornamental fencing and things like that. So you have change orders for me. How
Yes.
many of them?
We have 6.
What we'll do is we'll as we have in past, we'll get the numbers and then we'll vote it on one vote for the change orders, unless you have questions.
John, the next change order number is 66.
66, yes. 66 is for $30,908.11. And these are essentially for that fire standpipe kits that the fire department asked us to include in the garage. There's going to be 4 kits. They contain hoses and wrenches for the valves and nozzles. And, there's 4 of them that they wanted us to locate, throughout the garage. In addition to that, we had to put on some locks on the caps on the fire department connections. It used to be called Siamese connections outside the building. So it includes the fire standpipe kits and a couple of miscellaneous things that the fire department asked for. That's 66.
Okay, next.
67, the amount is $6,885.66. And that was also a lot of miscellaneous things that the fire department asked for. It included what they call these Knox boxes. What that is, you can lock down the garage, but they have certain locations and keys where it allows them to get into the building at any time. This way, they can enter a building without having to destroy things to get in. We had to add some lights in electric room closets and some communication or modem up to the elevator machine rooms. And that's so that if there's any problem with the elevators, it's automatically forwarded to the elevator company. So that covered those items.
Okay.
Change order 68. And that is for $29,097.58. And this was to add exit signs. So these are the illuminated exit signs in the garage. We already had quite a few in the garage when the fire department did their walkthrough and inspection. They had us add 27 more signs in the garage. So that's change order 68. Uh, 69. This is actually a credit for $13,775. And what that is, we had in the base contract, we had 10,000 tons of rebar with epoxy coating that was included in the contract, so that as things progress and construction goes on, if we had to make some changes that required the use of this additional rebar, it's in the contract. This way you don't have a change order for additional material. We didn't use any of it, so the credit comes back to the parking authority.
Beautiful.
We got one. And item 70, that's $5,774.14. And this was some miscellaneous painting we did in the garage. We painted the wood bumpers that are on 3 levels of the garage. You can see them from the outside face of the garage, so they were painted black, so they tend to go away now. They're not as noticeable. We changed some of the graphics, painting for the floor level signs. We made a few changes and some additions. Included that, and then some miscellaneous plumbing lines that we painted. And that is it. Nope, I'm sorry. 71. $2,735.52.
2731, you said?
2735. 52. We're going to add in the plaza, there's what we consider monumental stairs. There's a set of stairs that go from the Union College across that alleyway and then down into the plaza area. The code is a little bit vague on whether you need handrails or don't need handrails on these types of monumental stairs, but we decided to include 2 handrails on the stairs. It kind of matches what they have on the other side at the school They have steps going up, and they have 2 sets of handrails, so these kind of allows the students to come down their plaza area, across the alleyway into the plaza at the garage. So we thought as a safety feature, we should include the handrails.
Okay.
And that was it.
And I'll take them so I can make copies of them. All right, so this, I need a motion to accept these change orders to the Century 21 contract number 66 through 71. Moved by Commissioner Messina, second by Burnell. Thanks, Sean.
Okay.
Commissioner Burnell Castro. Commissioner Messina.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Salerno.
Aye.
Okay. In addition to those change orders, we have 3 change orders to the actual contract for the extension of the contract for Century 21, Jingoli as the construction management team, and also change order number 3, I believe, for Desmond for the extension of their contract. So we're going to, I guess, vote on them separately, right, John?
Correct.
All right, and they have not to exceed numbers which I have on the change orders that I don't have in front of me, but, so, would be to December 1.
Correct.
All right, so the first one is to, what's the word I'm looking for?
To extend,
Extend the contract of Century 21 to December 1st.
that was for not to exceed 10,000.
Not to exceed. That's Century 21?
I'm sorry, that was the Jingoli.
Right, so I don't, what's the number is for Century 21? I don't have that in front of me. It's the extension of the contract to December 1st. And then we,
Well, we'll need, Jack will be here for the next meeting. He can present
yeah,
on it then
For Century 21.
for Century 21.
well, we'll have the progress meeting next week, so the number's gonna, do I vote on it without that, or?
Well, we need the number.
All right, so let's do, I might as well wait on Desmond also. And then when I have the number on is for Jingoli. The Jingoli contract is December 1st, not to extend $10,000.
Not to exceed 10,000.
Not to exceed, I'm sorry. So we'll vote on that tonight. So this is a motion to extend the Jingoli contract for construction management. I need a motion?
Move it.
Second. Okay, Commissioner Burnell Castro.
Aye.
Commissioner Maceda.
Aye.
Chairman Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Salerno.
Aye.
All right. So those other ones will be forthcoming. Okay. We have several resolutions. Budget for 2012 was prepared. We're sending it to, introducing it. Send it to the local finance board with a late resolution. So we need 2 separate resolutions.
Correct.
Right now. So first would be the resolution authorizing a late submittal of the budget to DCA, and the reason we do the late submittal is because of this project and the uncertainty of the number of employees, et cetera. We had to determine certain numbers that the accountant had to determine in order to provide a budget for an impending year. So I need a motion to, for this resolution saying the parking authority is introducing the budget, and there were various regulations requiring the submittal of this budget to DCA by a certain date, and because the parking authority required additional time to determine the salaries for the 2012 budget year, failed to provide the budget to DCA in accordance with the required time frame. Now, therefore be it resolved, the Commissioners of the Parking Authority shall authorize late submittal of the budget to DCA for the above mentioned reason. So I need a motion for that.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then the actual introduction of the budget, I shall read, or it's we'll have to sign. This is for the fiscal year January 1, 2012 to December 31st, 2012, whereas the annual budget and capital budget for the Elizabeth Parking Authority for fiscal year beginning January 1, 2012 and ending December 31st, 2012 has been presented before the governing body of the Elizabeth Parking Authority and its open public meeting of November 9, 2011. Whereas the annual budget is introduced reflects total revenues of $3,564,760, total appropriations including any accumulated deficit, if any, of $3,696,039, and total unrestricted net assets utilized of $131,279. Whereas the capital budget is introduced reflects total capital appropriations at zero, total unrestricted net assets planned to be utilized as funded thereof at zero. And whereas the schedule of rates, fees, and other charges in effect will produce sufficient revenues together with all other anticipated revenues to satisfy all obligations to the holders of the bonds of the authority to meet operation expenses, capital outlays, debt service requirements, and to provide for such reserves, all as may be required by law, regulation, or terms of contracts and agreements. Therefore, be it resolved by the governing body of the Elizabeth Parking Authority at this open public meeting held November 9, 2011, the annual budget, including appended supplemental schedules and the capital budget program of the Elizabeth Parking Authority for fiscal year beginning January 1, 2012 and ending December 31st, 2012 is hereby approved. And be resolved that this is reflected in the annual budget. The governing body of the Elizabeth Parking Authority will consider the annual budget and capital budget program for the adoption on January 11th, 2012. So we'll introduce it tonight and adopt it in January. So I need a motion. This is for the introduction of the budget.
Move it.
Moved by Vice Chairman Elias.
Second.
By Commissioner Payne is out. Commissioner Medina is out. Commissioner Gargano is absent. Commissioner Bernal Castro.
Aye.
Commissioner Maceda.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Salermo.
Aye.
Okay, that's that. In addition to that, we have some other resolutions, which some are amendments. From the operation. Carlos, you want to talk about
Sure.
that?
The first amendment is amendment resolution number 11-2011. This is the to include, which was part of the bid specs that was purchasing for the 4-cylinder diesel-powered 65-inch sweeper rider, and that's for the preventive maintenance and warranty. So I'll read the resolution. Whereas the Commissioners of Elizabeth Parking Authority authorized the purchase of 4-cylinder diesel-powered 65-inch rider sweeper from the amount not to exceed $43,900, and whereas the bid was compiled with NJSA 10:5-31 et sec and NJSA 17:27, and whereas Vortic Industry Inc., located 4719 Old Gettysburg Road, Merchantsburg, Pennsylvania, zip code 17055, and was the lowest responsive bidder and responsive bidder. Whereas the bid had an inclusion for an optional preventive maintenance and warranty for 4 years as an additional cost of $5,959, and now therefore be resolved, the Commissioners of the Elizabeth Parking Authority authorizes an additional cost of the optional preventive maintenance and warranty for $5,959, and amend resolution 11-2011 to increase the purchase amount not to exceed $49,859.
Okay, so this is an amendment to add the preventive maintenance for the sweeper. Obviously, it's a big piece of equipment. I want to have maintenance on it. So it's additional $5,959. I need a motion.
Move it.
Second. Commissioner Bernal Castro. Aye. Commissioner Macedo.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Salerno.
Aye.
Okay.
Second Amendment Resolution 2012-2011, low clearing snow melting equipment. Whereas the Commissioners of the Elizabeth Parking Authority authorized the purchase of a low clearing snow melting equipment for an amount not to exceed $170,000, and whereas the bidder has complied with NJSA 10:5-31 et sec and NJSA 17:27, and whereas Transportation Marketing, a division of Raritan Valley Truck located at 4115 Route 1, South Brunswick, New Jersey 08852, is the lowest responsive responsible bidder, and whereas the bid had an inclusion of an optional preventive maintenance and warranty for 4 years as an additional cost of $7,000. And now therefore be resolved, the Commissioners of the Elizabeth Parking Authority authorize the additional cost of the optional preventive maintenance and warranty for $7,000, and amend the resolution 12-2011 to increase the purchase amount not to exceed $177,000.
Again, this is an amendment for additional preventive maintenance contract with the new snow melter, not to exceed $7,000. I need a motion.
Move.
Second. Commissioner Bernal Castro. Commissioner Macedo.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Salerno.
Aye.
Okay. And then,
The
I'm sorry,
next-
Dan.
the last resolution is an authorization purchasing, through the purchasing of the Union County Co-op contract. Whereas the Parking Authority of the City of Elizabeth is a member of the Union County Cooperative Purchasing System, and whereas the contract titled Security System Services BA number sign 51-2010 was awarded to Maffey Security Group, 1152 East Grant Street, Elizabeth, New Jersey 07201, are for the purchases of security cameras and installation. And whereas these purchases and installation are made in the terms and condition as outlined in the Union County Contract BA number 51-2010, basis of each purchase order for such goods and services. Whereas the purchasing agent and authorized officials recommend these purchases. And now therefore be resolved that the Commissioners of the Parking Authority of the City of Elizabeth authorize the purchase and installation of security cameras for the cost not to exceed $118,400.13. These are the cameras, the 51 cameras that are being installed at the new parking garage, the elevator, and all the floors, and the exit lanes and entrance lanes. That includes all the cameras and installation.
And they're tied into the police.
They're tied into the police department, so they'll be monitored by the police department, the Elizabeth Police Department.
And this is through the Union County Co-op, but it's with Maffey, so it's...
And Maffey's the one who was awarded the contract through the co-op.
What's the rest number?
That's a good question. The resolution number would be...
Well, John has that one.
11.
13, I'm sorry.
13, 2011.
14, 15.
No, the
It'll
late,
be,
the late resolution's gonna be...
Oh, the last one, 17.
18, it'll be 19 of 2011.
Okay, 19-2011.
Well, actually, two before that were amendments, so they would count as
Yeah.
resolution.
Yeah.
No, but the late resolution and the resolution to adopt budget would have been.
Budget.
17 and 18.
18 and 19, okay. So I need a motion to authorize this.
The 51 cameras.
Yeah.
Moved by
Second.
Elias, second by Macedo. Commissioner Bernal Castro.
Aye.
Commissioner Macedo.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Salerno.
Aye.
4 ayes. Okay. I forget.
So they say, right?
11/9.
Thank you. Okay, and now we go on to financials. John?
I just call your attention to, again, the top sheet, the revenue comparison for October 2011 to October 2010. For this particular month, our revenues year over year are up $6,229. Revenues year to date, however, are up by $174,737.24. Again, given all of the activity in town with the disruption caused by the erection of the new garage and moving people around to accommodate that move and that project, that's a figure that is very favorable.
Yeah. Any questions on the financials? If not, I need a motion. Do you have a question?
No.
Oh,
I'm just giving it up.
okay. I need a motion to accept the financials.
Okay. Second.
Commissioner Bernal Castro. Aye. Commissioner Maceda.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Elias.
Aye.
Chairman Siliano.
Aye.
Okay. I already did the petty cash and the bills. The only other thing I have to report is the opening of the grand opening of the garage will be December 9th at 11 o'clock, which I already previously. Invitations will be coming shortly. Other than that, any other questions, comments, or concerns? Need a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Adjourned at